All right. We back again. This your boy Gabe, back with another episode of Bump Your Gums. We got your boy.
It's your brother Tony Spivey.
And your boy Jamal Diamond.
All right, boys, what's on the docket for today?
Well, today we was talking and we want to establish the groundwork. If we going to have this podcast, we want the listeners to know who are our favorite teams. What's the benchmark that we're grading and making these assessments by? So I guess we'll start first off with our favorite teams in the NFL.
Favorite teams in the NFL. You want me to start it off?
Go ahead. You can start it off.
I think I should start this off.
I don't think you should, but it's fine.
Everyone knows. Well, no, you know what? Everybody don't know. World's team. I'm making it public. World's team.
The world's team?
The world's team.
Oh, man.
NFL is not even worldwide, but we are the world's team.
This guy.
Y'all know what that is? Cleveland Browns, baby. Believe-land.
That's worse. That's worse than the Cowboys being an American team.
Hold on. Let me get in real quick. You saying Cleveland, the Browns.
Cleveland Browns,
the dog
baby. Hey.
Ain't pounding nothing. Ain't pounding nothing.
Well, I guess everybody got one fan.
Yeah. My favorite NFL team, my favorite NFL team is the Texans. Now, I'm not as much of a homer for the Rockets, but for the Texans, I'm a homer on the Texans. I'm all the way Texans, no matter what. I'm ride or die.
I'm a homer. Okay. It don't matter.
I'm ride or die.
Can I say
Texans.
this?
Okay, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
That is my home team. So my favorite is the Browns, but I got a little slash because that is home
So
team.
it sounds like you're trying to ride the fence. It sounds like you hedging your bets. Like you know that y'all might not really be that good, but the Texans will be good.
No, sir.
So you want to still be able to be a Texas fan.
Cleveland is established as number one.
Established? That's the wrong word to use in any sense that you could try to think of the Cleveland Browns.
Laugh at me now, you're going to be crying later.
The only thing that's established is that y'all are organization. That's the only thing that's established.
You know what?
No, I think they got an LLC, so they got.
Oh, okay. I ain't giving them enough credit, huh? God, that's what I say.
We a nonprofit.
I'm gonna set a ground rule. If this is my standard, if you have a favorite team, you can have a favorite team, and then you can have some favorite players.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like I say. That's like Houston. Anything Houston, that's me. I'm a Texan all day. Now, I like some players for some other teams, but I would never be rooting for another team.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
I'm
bad.
down with that. That sounds good.
Then that mean...
But that make it be fair, though.
But even with the favorites, that mean that all of our home teams should be everything in every category.
Not necessarily.
No. I said you can only have... Your favorite team is your favorite team.
Yeah.
I am a homer, so... Is H-Town to the death.
But your favorite player can be from a different team that's not your favorite team.
Well, that's true too.
So that's going to be the ground rule because I like that. I think that's fair.
Okay, so
that takes out of the bandwagon and out of
the world to know that that's how the rules should be.
No, that's
our rule. That's the Bump Your Gums rule.
That's the Bump Your Gums rule. You don't have to be a homer. Your favorite team does not have to be your home team.
That's hard for you, but yeah.
Yeah, but whatever your favorite team is, you can only have one favorite because if they playing each other, you got to be rooting for one.
So y'all are saying that I'm not a Texans fan.
That's what it sounds like to me, brother. If you dog mine, you dog mine.
You like some Texans.
Okay, so I'm a Cleveland. I'm on the record to say I'm a Cleveland Brown fan.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. It is sorry. And I like some Texans players.
Okay, put some names on it. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on the names. D-Hop. Okay.
Best receiver in the game, baby. Lock game,
best receiver in the game.
We can argue that with Odell, but okay.
Just because he played for Cleveland.
Oh well.
Yeah.
No.
Oh well. Oh well. Odell. Oh well.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Favorite teams. He didn't. Mr.
Browns.
Diamond and I already started off with the Browns.
And we Texans.
Texans all day.
My favorite player outside of the Texans, man, it had to be Tom Brady, man. I just love excellence, man. I love just to see somebody play at that high of a level for so long. So I'll say Tom Brady probably my favorite player.
That's like currently playing?
Well, yeah, because if we
Okay.
talk all time, I put Randy Moss, Deion
Randy
Sanders,
Moss
people like
is
that.
my favorite.
That's my
player.
favorite all time.
Randy Moss all day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So currently playing, I would say, okay, you go.
Currently playing, I would say Russell Wilson. That's my dude.
Okay, I rock with Russell. I rock with Russell Wilson. He ain't. I think he kind of overrated, but I rock with Russell Wilson.
I'm just gonna stick to the Browns.
That's I'm sad, bro. I'm sad that you have to carry that burden.
Because all of the cold people is on the team.
Oh, here we go, man.
You know what he say? What he say? Baker Mayfield for president.
Baker Mayfield.
And Baker Mayfield. I mean, we can
Yeah.
we can segue into college football, which leads to my Oklahoma Sooners.
No,
so-
hold on. Now that's to the dirt right there.
Oklahoma
OU.
Sooners.
Okay, all right.
Sooners.
Well, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm bandwagon hard with college football. I only watch the good matchups with college football and the playoffs, and I barely watch the playoffs. But I'm roll tide all the way. I'm bandwagon
I'm not
hard
against-
roll tide.
Yeah, they good. That's a good team.
I know they are.
That's a good team.
When you bandwagon, you don't bandwagon to the worst team. You try to hit your wagon to the
But you know
best
what?
thing smoking.
To be honest with you, that's how I landed on the Cleveland Browns because.
How? That's not the same
They ain't
thing.
never been good your whole life.
No, what I'm saying is I went the opposite direction. Meaning, okay, in 2000. Listen. In 2000.
Jim Brown ain't even believing that, man. Jim Brown ain't even trying to hear that, man.
Look, in 2000, I had Madden 2000.
Okay.
So I was going through the game and I didn't have a favorite team because Houston Texans didn't have a team. Well, actually a little bit before 2000 came. But so the sorriest team on the game was the Cleveland Browns. So I was like, you know what?
Probably still currently. But
No,
keep
sir.
going,
It
keep
ain't.
going.
Look at the ratings
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Madden now. But so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride with them. So I bandwagoned and jumped on that ship, even because you just said that you got to be the best team for you to bandwagon. No, you can go the opposite
No,
way.
no.
I'm not saying you have to be, but I'm just saying if I'm going to bandwagon, I'm not gonna hitch my band to the weakest team out there.
I don't believe it's considered bandwagon if they lose.
If they trash, it's like bandwagon does not apply.
But
Like
what happened when they come
it's like
up?
it was like a pity pig.
Hold on. They ain't came up in your entire life. Literally,
Yeah, you're
as
right.
long
You
as
holding
you've
on
been
to a
alive.
sliver of
Hey,
hope this year.
Yeah, this about to be 20
Hold on.
years?
As long as you've been alive.
You don't know how old you are?
It's about to be 20 years.
Exactly.
That's trash.
okay.
No, that's people, world. We want to put this out there. What do you call? What's the opposite of bandwagon?
Yeah, what's the opposite of bandwagon? Let's hear what you guys call
Because
it.
you bandwagon is a thing of pride when you have people jumping on you because you're like, we just
Yeah.
that
You know
good with people jumping on.
It's called faith, belief. You know what I'm saying? And just stand down. Them
All right, brother Tony, what's your...
Let's move on. I don't know what he's talking about now. I don't know what he's talking about now. So let's do NBA. What's your favorite NBA team?
Houston Rockets, hands down.
Okay, Houston Rockets. I'm Rockets too.
Like I say, this the trifecta, right?
Yeah, we trifecta on the Rockets. But when we start talking about favorite players, then I think that's where we're gonna see a lot of dissension.
You sound like you was a little Lakers, like you was riding bandwagon with the Lakers.
Why did I sound like I was bandwagon with the Lakers?
I should say the Bucks.
Oh, because I like Giannis? Because Giannis was the true and rightful MVP of the league last year? That's why I'm a Bucks fan?
Come on, man. Okay,
Oh,
we gonna
man.
move forward. Hey, let's move forward.
Well, let me establish who
Oh,
my
no,
favorite
the
player
Lakers do
is.
got a Tentacumpo now, so,
Yeah.
you know, they trying to...
Yeah, it's not the one. It's not the, but they got one of them,
They have
Costas.
a...
Yeah, they have eight
That was a good pickup,
Antetokounmpo.
by the way.
But my favorite player that's not a Rocket would have to roll Steph Curry, man.
Yes, sir.
Steph Curry is a beast,
Steph
man.
Curry would be mine too.
I like everything. I like his whole image and the production, of course, that he plays on the court. But with the NBA, I'm kind of like I'm more of a fan of the sport. Like I really like everybody in the NBA.
Yeah.
If they're good, and I like the way they do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people that's like everybody know that most people that know me know I'm a Kobe stan, and most Kobe stans don't like LeBron, but I love watching LeBron play because LeBron is very good at the game of basketball.
I'm a LeBron fan.
So he would be your player?
Yeah, I follow LeBron. When the Rockets doing their thing, I would follow LeBron.
So the last year was kind of tough for you. But it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching Steph Curry again go to the finals.
Yeah, even though they lost, but it wasn't the Rockets either, so it was no win for me.
Side note. Speaking of Steph Curry, no, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I don't have nothing against Steph Curry, but my question is, the Splash Brothers, which one do you want on your team? If you could get one of them.
I would.
What our question is Steph Curry.
Because my thing is, I'm a person that say Steph range is stupid. He pulling up from the rafters.
Oh, he about to blaspheme against
No.
Curry,
But Clay, the boy, pull up when he.
But
It's
like
Curry.
Brother Tony said,
I'm not taking away from Steph. Steph is the truth. He the greatest shooter. Like I say, he got the range.
but not just shooting.
But not just shooters, the two-time MVP, the only unanimous MVP. The man made 400 threes in a season when nobody had made 300 yet.
But
that's great.
But people only talk about his shooting. He has handles. He can get by who.
No, I get that because Clay has zero handles. Zero. Clay has the defense though.
Oh yeah.
And people always try to say Clay is a superstar. Clay is not a superstar to me.
Like I say, I think it depends on what you're looking for in your team. Because for instance, in these finals, if your boy Clay wouldn't have been out, killing the game.
Well, that's true. That is true.
The game.
They was in it. They needed
in
KD.
the 10 minutes or however long Clay was out there, that boy was.
But,
I would make
Clay
him.
steps up in his role, and he does a great job.
He does. But if I can only have one, I'm Steph Curry all the way.
Yeah, I would pick Steph Curry.
I would make an argument that Steph Curry is the greatest point guard to ever play the game of basketball. I would make that argument. Because anybody can put him against. It's an argument for Steph Curry to be the GOAT point guard.
On all areas, passing, defense, shooting, layup.
He can
I don't
do it
know
all.
about defense.
Well, he's not.
Compare him to
I'm not saying he's trash, but he's not known. That defense is not. It's not a check mark.
But I like what Jamal just said, because if you think about it, if you compare his defense to the defense of other point guards, there's not a lot of lockdown point guards in the history of the NBA, especially in this era where it's so guard heavy. It's hard to stop a point guard. Like, people gave him a lot of flack because Kyrie was cooking them, but Kyrie cooking everybody. Who was not going to get cooked by Kyrie?
Right.
Nobody you put out there that's a point guard was going to hold Kyrie Irving.
You got your Gary Paytons, your Pat Beverleys, but they're known for just that.
And Gary Payton would have got cooked by Kyrie Irving because it ain't no hand checking, it ain't no none of that.
Right.
He would have to try to guard him without touching him. Kyrie would have been cooking Gary Payton.
Hold on, but that right there is an unfair comparison because you comparing. Hold on, no. I'm saying in the
eras.
You comparing eras because
I brought up Pat Beverly.
Because other than, like you said, outside of point guards, your boy Giannis, and maybe Pat Beverly and a few other scattered people, none of these people are who they are if you send them back to the day. Because Steph Curry would get...
See, I don't like that argument. I don't agree with this.
No. Because Steph Curry would get put down.
Steph Curry was still shine though, because
he wouldn't, because
it was a jump shooting game.
Hold on, he wouldn't because picture this. Steph Curry coming down, boom, boom, pull up, bottom of the net, shimmies in Detroit. What's gonna happen?
Oh, he gonna get smacked up. We talk about that. He gonna get smacked up,
and that's the last shot in the game.
He gonna be cruising for a bruising out there.
That's what I'm saying. So you couldn't, because Steph Curry would not be making all these shots because he would not get them off.
No,
because he would be injured.
No.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me you think Steph Curry's physical body? Because you got to think, coming out of college, he was fragile. His ankles hurt. He was fragile. Fragile people would
But
survive.
I think all of that is cause and effect, though. I think as the game progressed and the game got more soft, the kids growing up in the game became more soft. Because because you don't have that conditioning to be able to take that beating. Like those people, when they knew when they was coming to the NBA, they had to be in the gym because they knew it's grown man. You going to somebody that's 30 years old.
Let's not disregard to, even though it was more physical, the skill level nowadays is out the roof.
It's way surpassing that.
I wouldn't say the skill level per se. I would say they're more athletic. That's what I would say. Because no. What I'm saying,
if you take away, like, you can't do this, you can't do this, I have to be more skilled to be able to accomplish the goal.
Because I don't know. I give skill to today because I don't think.
The Euro
like even if we just think about what people consider the best era, Jordan era. Who was messing with Jordan? Like nobody was messing with Jordan.
You always gonna have a person who's better than.
But that's not. But now it's not like that because LeBron has peers. Kevin Durant is his peer.
Hold on, but you have
Kawhi Leonard is his peer.
But you have to think about it like that. I'm saying it's more so. I'm not taking away from people's skill, but I'm saying it's more athletic, and it's just people are like freakishly built now because you got to think about it. Kevin Durant, Cole, we blame it on skill. He has a 7-foot wingspan, so he can shoot, but who is stopping him? Because you have a 7-foot wingspan.
But see, that's an oversimplification though, because Giannis has that wingspan and he can't shoot like that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because back in the day, 7-footers wasn't
shooting like that.
So in that sense, like I say, his shot is he's developed it, but
like look at Blake Griffin. He has centers or power forwards, they wasn't doing the stuff that Blake Griffin is doing.
That's what I'm saying. He's athletic. Blake Griffin is not just skilled,
but he was athletic back then.
No. I'm saying
shoot the ball from the perimeter.
That's not athleticism. That's skill.
That goes into that thing of the game didn't require that. The game didn't. I'm saying because now it's a thing of positionless basketball. So no one is sticking to their position because if Blake Griffin played his position,
he wouldn't have to.
He wouldn't be doing any of that.
But I think that became the game because the players got better. It didn't make sense to have a Blake Griffin playing in a post if he can shoot threes.
Well, what changed is when they start taking away hand checking and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. The skill went up, so that's what positionless basketball came from.
Yeah, you have to do something.
When
different.
you start having a 7-foot who can shoot threes, you're like, well, maybe I don't need to keep him in the paint the whole game.
Right.
Maybe he can start shooting threes.
Well, you got to think about it. Who's to say these other people? Well, like I say, they never had to. So it's a thing of...
I don't think they could. Bill Russell wasn't shooting no threes. Bill Russell wasn't popping no threes.
But again, like I say, when you're playing position basketball, you don't have to. Like Giannis plays position basketball, and he plays for his position.
Yeah.
Period.
He does. But because he plays power forward, he plays point guard.
No, I'm saying, but as far as but I'm just saying, but his skill set is in his position. Yeah. Like Simmons, Ben
Simmons,
he plays his position. Yeah, that boy is garbage shooting the ball.
He does.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. When you play your position, there's no need for all that. So that's why that era thing is kind of tricky because if all these players in today's NBA played their literal position, half of them wouldn't be who they are.
We're going to come back to that because I feel like that's a whole conversation that we need to, it's a whole nother bag we need to get into to talk about that because.
That's a good topic.
I think, that's a really good topic.
Thompson. But we'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Steph Curry, man. All right. Okay, the next one is MLB. Now, my confession for this one is I'm only an Astros fan because the Astros been winning. Like, when the Astros was trash, I wasn't watching baseball. I have watched baseball now, and I do like playoff baseball, but it's only because the Astros started being good.
That's me. I'm again, homer. I watch, even when they were trash, I would watch it during the playoffs to watch them. They wouldn't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they wouldn't make it to the playoffs.
They would lose 100 games.
I'm an Oakland A's fan, athletics. Oakland Athletic.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Okay, at least you got a good team this
They
time.
good now?
God, dog.
Curly?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
I think I do remember seeing them in the green. I think I remember seeing them on SportsCenter before.
I remember they had
I ain't know because the Cleveland Browns thing, I didn't know how you
I
was
remember
rocking
they had
with
a
them.
cold
They
starter jacket back in the
same
day.
conference as the Astros.
Oh, so they are victims. I liked it. I like them being our victims. I like that.
That's cool.
See, now I don't have a favorite player outside. Well, the only other person I can think of off the top of my head is Aaron Judge. Because when Aaron Judge was coming to the
I
plate,
thought you were gonna say like Craig Biggio or something.
old school ass,
Jeff Bagwell.
Jeff Bagwell. Yeah, I remember them boys. But when Aaron Judge used to be coming to the plate, I used to be shaking in my boots, boy. I'm like, man.
You know, but baseball is different now, too. From the little that I look at it, as cold as you say, like Aaron Judge, that boy sending them out the park.
Mm-hmm.
He like Iverson, though.
He ain't winning that.
No, he not winning nothing, and he strike out like 38 times, though.
Yeah.
He strikes out quite a bit, but he take it out the park. So
But
you
he
see,
taking out the park, yeah.
So Iverson here, man, he
So you know
scored
who-
72
you know who
points.
you can compare that to? Kobe.
Chill out, man. Come
What's
on,
up, man?
That's the
What's
disrespect,
up?
man.
What's
hey,
up?
man, we got to
Kobe
shut,
took a lot
we got
of
to
shots
shut it
in the
down,
game.
man. That's longevity, brother. That's longevity. When you play for 20 years with the same
Tony
TV,
is hot, ain't
it's
it?
longevity. That's it. If
What you mean? What's longevity?
longevity. If you play longer than everybody, you're gonna miss more than
no,
everybody.
no.
Hold on.
I'm going back. Kobe Bryant would take he would have a lot of misses before for him to have the amount of points that it's like he was his field goal percentage was just really great. You get what I'm saying?
But he was shooting 46. What he averaged 46 for his career, maybe 44 because of the last couple of years. That's
we
a
can't
good
just
percentage
blame
for
it
a
on.
shooter.
We can't blame it on the end. I ain't trying to come at Kobe,
But that did change the trajectory of his career because before he tore his Achilles, he was leading the league in scoring.
Right. I mean,
So,
he
I
took
mean-
enough shots to make that.
Well, you can say that about anybody.
Well, I'm just saying. Well,
we gonna come back to that because I'm not taking the Kobe disrespect. I'm not taking the Kobe disrespect. We're gonna have a Kobe hour one day where people gonna have to pay respect to Kobe, man.
Mamba mentality.
Okay, and then I guess the last one would be
Boxing.
boxer because we said college football already. Boxer.
Currently, right now, fighting, Gervonta Davis is my favorite.
I'm out of that one. I don't.
You have a favorite boxer?
He just won a.
I'm Vasily Lomachenko, man. The Matrix, Lomachenko, man. He beating up anybody that coming his
Do
way.
y'all have a preference in a certain weight class that you would prefer to see?
Nah, I don't.
I like to see the welterweights because that's like my size.
No, I prefer. While I don't watch boxing very often, when I do prefer the smaller classes because they have better fights to me. Because knockout heavyweights, they just trying to go for that
Heavyweights
KO.
starting to come back up though.
Yeah, they coming back up, but they less
big
scrappy.
Now, if we talk about favorite boxer of all time, I'm TBE, man. Floyd Mayweather,
yes,
man.
sir.
Floyd
Yes, sir.
Mayweather, man. The best ever, man.
welterweight.
The best ever, man. And still, every fight he fight, and still,
I'm a fan of Mayweather's business acumen.
oh, he about to disrespect Mayweather. What is going on?
I like him as a businessman.
However,
No, that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think he's a great businessman.
but you don't think he's a great fighter?
He's a great defensive
Boxer.
fighter. He's a great defensive.
Yeah, boxer. You're right. You're right. Because I said
it's the
fighter.
art of fighting.
It's the art of boxing.
Okay, well, like I said, he's a great defensive boxer.
Yeah, the greatest.
I could say he's the greatest defensive boxer.
He's the greatest boxer. TBE, the best ever.
He's the greatest defensive boxer.
Man, he got one of my respects,
So
man.
I'm not mad. Check this out.
Okay, so who
I'm
your
not
guy?
I'm not mad at him, like I say, because he in the ring, the boy's business. He flashy and stuff. Do all that dancing hats and sombreros. When he get in the ring, all that's out the window. He's just trying to get that
Oh, yeah,
W.
he gonna put that pain on
So
him.
that's why I say I get it. Who wouldn't do it? If I could jump around, do this, boom, boom, back, stick and move, not get hit,
Easy money.
get 200 million, who wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a consumer,
But when you look at that punch count though,
no,
he's swelling boys up.
Now when you look at that, because he quick, like I say, he
he's
quick.
swelling boys up.
That's what I'm saying. So as a consumer, just watching it's not the greatest thing to watch.
Entertaining.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Why is it not? It's entertaining to me.
Well, for me it is. But I'm talking about for a lot of people like to see brawls.
Yeah, a lot of people want to see slugfest.
Yeah. And it's like that doesn't
like Tommy Hearns and the other guy that was slugging each other for all them rounds.
Yeah, like I say, but see, I understand it because most people just look at it as sport. You just go in there and be. I get the fact that this is his job. Mm-hmm. So he's not in it just to, he not to get paid.
Yeah. So somebody who was entertaining was Mike Tyson.
And not get hit.
Right.
So I get it.
I like Mike Tyson.
But a lot of people would be mad too because it's like, man, I just been
paid all this money and he first round knockout. Yeah. And I'm not old enough to just remember Muhammad Ali when he was out there floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. Like I watch highlights, stuff like that.
The movie Ali with Will Smith.
Well, to be honest, I wasn't really around like cognizant of what Mike Tyson was doing either. I knew of it because everybody was talking about it, but I'm not that big of a boxing fan, but I like Lomachenko because I just stumbled on his highlights one day and I just started watching all his fights. I like that he make people quit. Yeah. I know he's not the only person that does it, but the way that he's methodically fighting, that's why I like Mayweather because he's methodically boxing, and I loved it.
Like I say, I give it to him. Just speaking as a consumer, as a person who's not woke in the sense of woke people, but woke to I see that it's the business and to him and sport to us. Yeah, I respect it, but just the pure consumer he's all right to watch.
So if we twisted your arm, who would be your favorite boxer?
Me.
Oh, man. I wish I would put my favorite boxer against your favorite boxer then. And see who win. Yeah. Easy money. Yeah. He gonna be on Instagram counting that money after that fight.
Hey, I do it.
Hey, but he be saying like, hey, I got my $10 million
all the way to the bank.
I let her swell me up around. Give me paid real fast. So now we finished that portion. We hope everybody got a good view of where we stand, how we benchmarking these picks and analysis that we make as we continue on with this show. So the next thing we want to talk about is what are the most important, I would say, off-season moves of from the AFC conference so far? Because it's still stuff that might happen, but so far, what do we think is the most important things to happen so far?
So I'll start this one off. Being that we're talking about the world's team again.
The world's worst team.
The number one best off-season, 2019 off-season.
The best?
The best.
Go ahead.
The Browns trading for Odell Beckham. Let's get it, baby.
Odell Beckham. He gonna play 2 games. He gonna have 1,000 yards in 2 games, and then y'all still ain't gonna make the playoffs. So, y'all might make it. I do have faith in y'all to make it, but I would say I would give the Raiders. I would say the Raiders getting AB is bigger than that.
That's number 2.
I would say it's bigger than that because AB is more productive. He's playing with a more proven quarterback, although Derek Carr did fall off, but he had a MVP caliber season as opposed to Baker Mayfield, who he had the one rookie season where he broke the meaningless record.
I am going to be biased with my team.
Oh, it's clear. It's all over your face. Definitely.
But, however, we're talking about the team that was the worst in maybe NFL history, all of that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a maybe, but keep going. Yeah.
But the fact that we're saying somebody on the level of Odell Beckham and in the same conversation as an AB, Antonio Brown, coming to an organization like ours would be a huge thing.
Well, yeah, if you looked at it without context,
Hold on.
But even in the context, you gotta go further back in the context. You say AB is more productive, but the context of look where AB is coming from versus
where he's going.
From where Odell came from. Odell had Eli Manning, so of course I'm just saying his production is gonna be lower than coming from the Steelers.
We talking about the 2-time Super Bowl winning Eli Manning?
Right.
Okay. I was just checking. I was just trying to make sure we talking about the same Eli Manning.
Hold on.
The one who beat the Patriots.
Hold on.
Twice when nobody else could beat him.
Check this out.
I'm just asking if that's the same Eli.
That's the same
all on the
Eli
same
that
page.
we talking
Okay,
about.
I thought it was a different Eli Manning that he was playing.
Hold on.
Okay.
But you've been seeing what's been happening.
Do you realize Mike Jones got a platinum album?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
So forever.
Exactly.
So forever he is Mike Jones platinum recording artist.
At that time.
But
No, if you look him up right now, he's a platinum recording
but
artist.
this is the thing. Those who know.
Hey, if Mike Jones drop an album today, somebody gonna buy it.
Hold on, but the thing is, he a platinum artist, but he ain't no platinum artist.
Yeah, but somebody
Eli got 2 rings, but you ain't looking at him in the same way you looking at anybody else.
Let's not act like Big Ben been tearing the world on fire the past couple of years either.
He has. Okay.
No, I'm saying
Big Ben haven't been the best quarterback in the league the past couple of years.
You said he hasn't?
No, he hasn't.
Right.
So I mean,
Antonio Brown has definitely. He has made his mark.
Individual
wise,
you would rather have him than Eli.
I'll be honest and say.
So let me make this clear.
Okay.
So you're saying you think it's a bigger transaction for Antonio Brown going to the Raiders versus Odell Beckham going from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns, a team that's sorry, and now all eyes on us.
Okay, so when we're saying biggest, what are we meaning by it? Because when I'm saying biggest, I'm saying what's gonna have the most impact on the wins of that team. So the Raiders coming from where they was, the Browns barely missed the playoffs. The Browns really should have won that division if Baker Mayfield was playing from the beginning.
That's true.
So that's why I'm saying
but it's still a major upgrade for us.
But when I'm saying the biggest, I'm talking about what's going to swing the pendulum the most. I don't think that Odell Beckham is going to make as big of an impact for the Browns as Antonio Brown is going to make for the Raiders, because the Raiders weren't even in contention last year.
That's because they coach sold everybody off.
Correct. Which is a huge reason why the Raiders, when we get to the rankings and start talking about where they rank, that's going to be a huge issue.
Because you got to think the Raiders were the truth as they stood, but then, they got a coach who got $100 million, so they couldn't afford nobody, so they had to have a garage
The Raiders
sale.
did a good job of picking up Mike Mayock. which is going to help with the drafting.
But the master plan is beginning to look, because last season, Gruden looked like he was about to get that business.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think if they didn't make those trades, they would have made the playoffs?
Who?
The Raiders.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. Regardless if they made the trades and tore the team down, they weren't going to be good. They were not going to be good.
Truth be told,
but they're not going to make the playoffs this year.
They probably won't, only because of the division
that's
that they
why
in.
it's not that big.
But
Odell coming to the Browns, we're going to the playoffs.
But y'all almost made the playoffs last year.
But we're going this year, and we on Super Bowl contenders.
The confidence that you're giving me is making me want to change my pick, because I don't like how the confidence you're swelling up your chest. Oh, we're going. Calm down.
Now, truth be told, looking at them, the Browns and the Raiders, and now they almost like the same team.
Basically.
They almost like the same team, because the Raiders.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying because
like the history, the fan base. When you compare the fan base,
the Raiders wasn't as trash as the Browns.
But the Raiders, no. The Raiders is a more prestigious franchise than the Browns.
No, they may be more prestigious, but I'm just saying, just looking at it as the foot. No, because the dog pound and the black hole,
it's just too
win or lose. They don't care if they lose every game. They there.
But the only difference is the Raiders was actually winning, and the dog pound was proving it that even if they lose every game, they was gonna be there.
So even when we lose,
it's gonna continue.
They built, like I say, in the recent years. Like I say, the Raiders built back up and started being on the move. They just got tore back down and they rebuilding again. But now the Cleveland Browns are taking that. I can't say they rebuilt because they were never really built.
They really was never nothing in the first place to be rebuilt.
But you
talking about the Browns?
Yeah.
Okay. you talking about
Chill out. Don't try it. Don't
in
try it.
previous years,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna say since John Dorsey has came into office, which is 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years. We've been building ever since that. From when we picked up Myles Garrett with the draft,
Which I really like Myles Garrett.
when we started that with that transition, getting rid of the GM of Sashi Brown. That's when we started.
You really know these people. That's
this
crazy.
This is the world's team, bro.
Well, when you don't have to know they players, you might as well. You might as well know the staff.
I know all the staff. I know the whole front office.
Medical training staff. You know all that.
I got John number myself.
You know Bill at concessions.
That's why I make the best pretzels, man.
Yeah, real talk. I still just see AB. I guess I'll frame it like this. I see AB panning out better than Odell. I just think all the
talking
stuff
about
that
longevity?
Odell bring to the team, all the baggage and all the I'm not getting enough targets.
Odell cut his hair, and he's an adult now.
Man, we gonna say that to the first touchdown he get, and he be twerking in the end zone, and then him and Baker Mayfield gonna have another video dancing and all that. It's gonna. I like the squad though.
On paper
they look good. On paper they look really good.
They beast mode.
World's team.
Outside of those two transactions, I don't think anything else in the NFL was really that big of a deal. Let's stay on the AFC side. We'll say the NFC for another episode.
AFC. The Jaguars received Nick Foles.
So what?
That was big.
What was big about it?
It's
They have now a franchise quarterback.
Says who?
So
what has he done as a?
So you don't think that Nick Foles has?
Jacksonville had what? Blake Bortles?
They had Blake Bortles. He's an upgrade.
Well, he's
I give you
better
that.
than Blake
He's
Bortles.
And 2 seasons ago, the Jaguars had one of the
Jaguars
best
were the
defense,
truth. No, the Jaguars were the truth.
and they was missing their franchise quarterback. So that was a major move because the Nick Foles was taking that Eagles team deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, but who got him there though? Who was getting him there?
You talking about Carson Wentz, but
when have we seen?
He had any time he wasn't in the picture, Nick Foles was in the picture.
I feel it, but Nick Foles wasn't game one to Super Bowl with them.
But okay, I get that. What I'm not trying to argue that point. What I'm trying to get you to see is Nick Foles is a huge plus to the in the AFC. It's a huge plus to the Jaguars, which is going, and then that's in the same division as the Texans, correct?
Correct.
True.
So that's something that you will now have to watch for.
I see. My issues
and then being with the Houston Texans having one of the hardest schedules, that's something to look at.
My issues with the adjective of huge. When you say huge, I don't think he's going to be huge. I think he's not trash, but he's not going to go out there and be Tom Brady.
So this is the thing. Hold on.
You said
no.
I mean, he's not going to go out there and be Big Ben.
Hold on. This is the thing. Nick Foles has the equivalent of load management.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So the question is now, he's that dude now.
Yeah.
Can you from week 1 carry the team to the playoffs? Mm-hmm. Because we don't know if you could do that. Because we know you could be waiting in the wing for your boy to fall out and then jump in there.
You come out,
and take it in there. But week 1,
Aaron Rodgers did it.
Aaron Rodgers did what?
Hold on.
Wait. I want to wait. First, I want to see what did Aaron Rodgers do before we even get to what I know you're about to say. So what did Aaron Rodgers do? Okay, what did Aaron Rodgers do?
About sitting behind a quarterback that was really good, and when it was his time to lead, he was able to accomplish that.
Okay, I feared that's what you were speaking of.
I want to drop a lyric. Jay-Z said this. He say, "Yeah, you shining, but the only thing you leaving out, you're a candle to the sun."
Real talk.
That don't even out.
It don't even out at all. You can't say.
Hold on, so is it that far-fetched to say, well, that's like, if if Tom Brady did it, then Blake Bortles can do it.
Yeah, like it's no comparison.
No, not
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, who is considered now.
We didn't know who Aaron.
Hold on,
I'm
but
talking
we
about
do
at the
now.
time.
But we do now,
but this is the
though.
thing.
We
Hold on.
know how
Hold on,
good
check
Aaron
this out.
Rodgers
Hold
is.
on.
So if Nick Foles play out right, we're gonna be like, okay, Nick
Well,
Foles.
Nick Foles not a rookie, though. It's not like Nick Foles still got loads of potential. That's
You got to think about that's what I was about to say. Now, we didn't know who Aaron Rodgers was before he did it, but although we didn't know who he was still who he was.
Right. So you don't think
skill wise,
about Nick Foles?
No. Aaron Rodgers is categorized now as like one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Hear me clearly. I'm not trying to compare Nick Foles to Aaron Rodgers like they on the same talent. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, because so you can't say Aaron Rodgers did it.
I'm talking about the scenario.
Well, you know what?
Aaron Rodgers.
They do both play football.
Hey, they do have that in common.
That's not what I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the scenario with Aaron Rodgers behind Brett Favre. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying.
Quarterback. That's good quarterback on
Carson
the field.
Wentz.
Great quarterback in the bench.
That's still not equivalent.
Carson Wentz. Nick Foles is not better than Carson Wentz.
You didn't know that Aaron Rodgers was such a great quarterback.
Carson Wentz is not equal to Brett Favre.
I'm not.
Hold on, now I get it. If you're saying that both of them could have a breakout season,
correct.
In that sense, yes. And I, as my favorite boxer, could box y'all favorite boxer. But that's no. It's one of those things.
He'll get mopped up, but yeah, he can get in the ring.
Yeah. So it's that Nick Foles. There's nothing.
So he hasn't proven anything.
Yeah,
to you,
there's nothing. Like I said, can he do it? It's possible.
No,
he hasn't shown enough. He hasn't shown y'all enough that he could be able to carry his team into the playoffs.
And then you got to think.
A team that is defensively really good.
Jacksonville is a different team than the Eagles were, though. So not only can he lead a team, do you think Jacksonville is going to rally behind him like they did in Philly?
Yes, because they did Blake Bortles like that, and he wasn't.
That's all they had, though. That's all they had.
So what you think is going to be happening with Nick Foles, though?
But Nick Foles is not that good. Nick Foles just picked up the body and carried him across the finish line. He wasn't running and passing the baton. So he just brother, you fell. So I could drag you the last 100 meters.
Which is why he's a great fit to take this team.
Okay, so with that is what you're saying. So we all agree that, what was it, 2 seasons ago, who we talking about?
Nick Foles.
No. Jacksonville was the truth. And then based on what you said, quarterback, they declined. So can I get you? And are you saying that now that they have Nick Foles, they are going to return back to the Jacksonville that they were 2 seasons ago?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. With that acquisition that happened over the offseason,
because they had the same team.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I can't concede it at all.
You don't. And so just to be clear,
okay,
you're saying that you don't think that them picking up the Jaguars picking up Nick Foles was a big piece, a big AFC transaction that happened.
No. I think it's an upgrade for their team, but I think when it's all said and done, the Texans and the Colts are still going to be the 2 cream of the crop of our division.
Now, just to interject on that, because
yes, but not.
Oh, don't start it, because you're a Cleveland Browns, so chill out.
Now, the one thing that I can say that gets me a little nervous, I'm Texans all day, is if the Colts quarterback game is on. Now, granted, I don't think it will be because not doubting him. Luck is cold. But he's been throwing like Nerf balls and stuff around. So that's completely different than, everything else. So if he's A1,
they are gonna win that.
That's what I'm saying. If Luck is A1, then they like I say, that's the biggest that's the only threat, because
Well, I agree with that, Andrew. Luck, I mean, I don't know.
Y'all are making this like it's like
No, that's what I'm saying.
We might
Andrew
do
Luck.
what?
No, if Andrew Luck is
yeah.
That's what I say. If Andrew Luck is A1,
If Andrew Luck is balling, then
it's trouble. It's trouble.
Yeah.
But
It's trouble for the Jaguars too for y'all.
no, it is not.
Bro, y'all.
No, it is not.
So will you?
All right.
So you trust? So let me ask you this: are you trusting that Deshaun Watson is the key with the line that y'all have?
Yes.
No, sir.
All right, now let's back up. Let's back up. with the Jaguars, when we talked about them from the year that they was good, they wasn't missing a quarterback on defense last year, and their defense wasn't good last year. And they didn't lose any pieces of significance to where their defense regressed so
boy
bad.
was talking hot trash.
So is Nick Foles about to come?
He was talking. Jalen was talking.
And he was getting roasted and toasted out there. Now he's trying to come to Houston. So, I mean, I don't think Nick Foles is going to help them out defensively. So that's why I'm saying I don't think, even though that it is a possibility that defense can return to that level of prominence that it had, but I just don't see it. I don't see Nick Foles being a catalyst to their whole team getting back good.
And you think Deshaun Watson is though?
But we already good.
We've shown that Deshaun Watson, we are good.
I'm just asking.
It's been proven. It's been proven that when we have Deshaun Watson, we are a way better team than when we don't. It has not been proven that when you have Nick Foles for 16 games, that your team is way better than when you don't.
Granted, we do need some more protection for him.
That's my.
No, we do need more protection for him. But the good part about him is that he's mobile, so he can.
Yeah, and
I
think they addressed it. I think it might not look like it on paper, but I think if they coached them up good enough, it'll be good. Because we played good last year with them being totally trash. So if they're not totally trash, we should have more success.
We good because we was contending with New England.
That's true.
Yeah.
But a difference with Houston this year is Houston having one of the hardest schedules, and that's what can make the turning point as far as competing with the people.
Yeah, because they play in the first place schedule.
Yeah, that's what the concern part is.
Yeah.
Why I bring the Jaguars into the picture, especially if you have those fighting for those wild card positions.
But they still got to play us.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, but see, what the thing about it is our division. Like I say, depending on the Colts, as hard as our schedule may be, we got to worry about three other teams ultimately.
Yeah.
The Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans.
Ultimately, that's because we only really need to win our division to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then in the playoffs is
anything goes.
I'm pretty sure
Sunday.
we're going to have the Patriots.
All right, well, since you're about to go into that, let's do that then. Let's do that. What's your 6 AFC playoff teams? Let's do it like that. I'll give mine first, so everybody can have time to collect their thoughts. I'll start from number 1, the Patriots. Obviously,
they like a lock.
Yeah,
they don't make it.
Innocent until proven guilty. Until they prove that they fell off, I'm gonna always say the Patriots are the number 1 team.
And can I just say one thing about the Patriots?
Go ahead.
They did a really good job of picking up Michael Bennett too.
Yeah.
In the offseason.
It's the Patriots.
But I'm just saying that's a
yeah.
But you got to think that's the Patriots. That's where you go when you up there. You know, you're looking for something. Go get you a ring. Get your stats back up and go get a contract.
So let's do it like this. So is the consensus that the Patriots is the number 1 team in the AFC?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going. So my number 2 team is the Kansas City Chiefs.
I was just about to say that.
Kansas City Chiefs, man.
You crazy.
Tyreek Hill is not going to be suspended. That was a major concern for their team. Patrick Mahomes is going to only get better. Like, I don't see it being a slump for him this year.
And then Andy Reid.
Y'all must not have been watching what has been happening in the offseason. A lot of the players that was on the Chiefs, the really good players, have been moved.
Like Justin Houston and all that? Okay, go ahead.
John Dorsey was the GM for that team. And who brought in? Well, look. Who brought in?
Always going back to the Browns.
It's all.
Go ahead, though.
When you see the bigger picture,
the Browns need to pick you up after they hear this.
When you talk about business moves, John Dorsey is that guy.
Okay.
Hey, and by the way, Cleveland.
I'm major face palming for the listeners.
Okay, hold on, listen. That Chiefs team, who built that team, is now the GM for the Cleveland Browns.
That's fine.
it's not the same Chiefs team that was making that run last year. We're not looking at that same exact team.
Well, I'm talking about the key contributors. The key contributors are still there. Like, now I'll give you some of the pass rushes that they lost. I'll give you that, but I think their defense was already not good last year, so it's not going to be a big deal that their defense is not good this year. Yeah. But their offense is still going to be potent, even with losing Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt was more of a bell cow back, even though he could do it all. I give you that he could do it all, but I think
he was the leading rusher.
Within Andy Reid's offense, I don't think it's going to hurt them as bad not having Kareem.
Hold on, y'all had Kareem now, right?
Yes, the Cleveland Browns.
No. First of all, he's not coming in till what?
Week 8.
Week 8. Yeah. Now, my question. Hold on.
Okay.
Are you sure he's gonna come?
Yes.
Hold on, because this is why I asked you. This is why I asked you. This little sidebar. He's out because he thuggery, all this little trouble, right? He can't have any dealings with the team until week 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, we still doing training camp and stuff.
Okay,
now.
So let me ask you a question. When you can't be doing your business and whatnot, and you already, for lack of a better way to say it, criminal, we don't know, where's the worst place for you to be?
Come to the Cleveland Browns.
At home. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
So basically, while y'all out playing football, he kicking it with the boys, right? The homies
that he grew up with.
That he grew up with, right?
Kareem, if you ever listening, I just want to let you know that I believe in you.
You better believe in him.
So hold on. If he can stay out of trouble.
Now let me tell you this though. I didn't bring up Kareem Hunt as one of the top little transactions that went on in the offseason because he won't be playing until week 8.
Yeah.
However, we are deep at the running back position.
Correct.
With Nick Chubb and with what's his name?
Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson. So I'm not banking on it.
Look, I'm telling him about his own team, but let's keep going. Keep going.
There's so many thoughts.
Yeah, I know, but he front office.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that we're. I mean, if he, hopefully, he get it right. But if not, we're still good.
Okay, we'll go.
So,
number.
So, wait. Since you had an objection, who was your number 2 then?
Is it Cleveland?
Cleveland is number 2 for the AFC.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Now, again.
You have now tuned into another episode of Bump Your Gums. We're now having technical difficulties. We're going to cut the mics off now.
Hold on, no. On paper, like I say, you got it on paper. I get you. On paper, you get it. Okay, so you're number 2. Number 3. Let's move on.
My number 3 I had was the Chargers.
I was 2A for Chargers and Kansas City.
Yeah, because the Chargers have a great roster. It's
Chargers is number 3 for me.
It's just something just doesn't click with them when it's time for it to click. Like when it doesn't really matter, they gonna be stumping people down to the dirt. But it's like when it's on the line, it's not clicking for them.
Them draft picks that they got with Keenan Allen and Doran James. Those were some really good picks.
They
really setting themselves up really good.
I think.
And then you got Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
He's still consistently balling. But the thing with Phillip though, he's not getting them over the hump.
Yeah,
he's not getting them over the hump.
It's just something not clicking with him. I don't know what it is. It's like
he's not getting them over the hump.
It's like they look like powerhouses, but when it be time to show and prove, they never show and prove.
I think the coach Sean. I think I'm talking about Sean Payton.
I cannot think of his name. I'm blanking on his name.
Sean something.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, well, if you're listening, we apologize.
McVay?
No, that's Rams. That's the St. Louis Rams. I mean, not St. Louis. Los Angeles Rams. St. Louis. Whatever his name is. He didn't do good last year. I know it's a black man, though. I know that much, but I can't think of his name right now.
But yeah, what's your number 4? What is your number 3?
Chargers.
You agree with the Chargers? I can't.
My number 4 is the Colts.
Okay.
The Colts.
Now, see, even though I'm diehard Texas, I did give the Colts to win the division only because the Colts offensive line, man, their offensive line is so good, and we already talked about it. If Andrew Luck is on,
Andrew Luck balling, it's
hard to beat that team. And if you're giving them time to sit back in the pocket and pick apart a defense, it's hard for me not to say that they'll win a division.
Long as Andrew Luck stay healthy, I mean,
yeah, long as he stay healthy, and then the linebacker they got, I think his name Darius Leonard. Like they have a really good squad, and I think they can win the division. I think it'll be close.
And Quentin Nelson.
I don't think Quentin Nelson on the offensive line. I don't think it'll be like I don't think they'll win the division. What 12 and 3, 12 and 4, and then we'll be like 8 and 8. I don't think it'll be nothing like that.
Oh, no.
But I do think they have the tools, the roster, the coaching, the culture to actually win a division. So I would agree that the Colts are number 4.
Okay.
So right now I have Patriots, Chiefs, Chargers, Colts as my top 4.
Yeah, that is it.
I think that's what any sane person would have.
You need to look again.
So then number 5, I would have the Texans. I would have the Texans as a wild card team. Number 5, I would have the Texans number 5.
That's what you got number 5?
Why you rolled your eyes?
Who else would you
got the Cleveland Browns at number 2.
So that means you had a Texans 6 or not in it at all?
We'll talk about the Texans later. But no, I got the Steelers behind the Colts.
Okay, I can see that, but I don't see it.
What?
I can see why you would think that, but I think it's gonna be a big deal to not have Le'Veon and not to have
I
AB.
personally think in the AFC North they're gonna have to look out for the Ravens. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have picked the Ravens over the Steelers.
I think
Who that quarterback?
Lamar Jackson.
What he's shown?
They got to the playoffs. He got a team to the playoffs more than Nick Foles did. Mr. Nick Foles, Jaguar savior.
Boy, stop.
He did, though.
That's all
Lamar Jackson is a beast. I don't think they'll win a Super Bowl, but you never know. They lost too much defensively, I would think, to win a Super Bowl because they lost the safety and the linebacker that they had, C.J. Mosley.
But they did pick up some really good defensive pieces.
They did.
I think the Ravens are that little dark horse that's you're not gonna worry about them till they right up on you. You're gonna be like, dang, what?
My little dark horse like that, it would be the Jaguars.
So that's your 6?
No.
Who is your 6? Because I don't want to say my 6th pick yet because I might have to change mine depending on who you say.
My 6th team is the Chiefs.
So you don't have the Texans.
So you don't have the Texans in it?
The Texans ain't even making the playoffs.
Yeah, the Texans is way down now.
They go.
Oh yeah, see, I need to take the Browns out of my top 6.
I got the Ravens.
I try to show love.
Y'all.
I tried to have them as a 6.
I think the Jets gonna be better than the Texans.
The Jets.
Why? What? What's the logic? What's the logic?
Because they
Sam Darnold, Le'Veon. That's the logic. Oh, so Deshaun Watson just ain't did nothing, huh? J.J. Watt ain't did nothing, huh?
They doing a good job.
They doing a good job, man.
He did good. What, those first 2 games?
Wait. We have the best wide receiver in the game on our team, and you think we're not even gonna make the playoffs?
That's because.
What I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see.
That's what he said.
I'm trying to see what's the logic. I'm trying to follow your train of thought so I can hop on.
So you would put the Texans above the Chiefs?
No, I didn't. I put the Chiefs as the 2nd team. I put the Texans as the 5th team.
You see,
I put them above the Steelers and the Ravens.
Well, you don't got my team in the playoffs?
I had them at 6, but I think I'm gonna change it now because you disrespected the Texans.
You don't got my team in the playoffs?
On paper, like I say, on paper they should. On paper they should make it.
Yeah.
On paper, no. If paper won playoff games, they in that thing.
So hold on, why were y'all bringing up the Ravens?
You brought up the Ravens.
No, because who you said you had the Steelers.
Because I think that the Browns are gonna win a division.
I do too.
So it's easily top 3.
Do the division winners automatically get top 3? I thought you just automatically get a playoff spot.
I don't know.
Well,
we'll
find out. But I know for sure that I think y'all will win that division. That's why I see the 2 teams that's not division winners that's making it is the Chargers and the Texans because the Chargers and the Chiefs in the same division and we in the same division as the Colts. That's the 2 non-division winners that's gonna make it to me.
Dan Odell gotta stay healthy.
Bro, y'all got the Titans in y'all sleeping.
I don't have the Titans in it.
No. I'm talking about
they in our division.
Y'all in your division.
What are they gonna do?
No, now granted, it's always possible for something to happen, but just based on recent history,
everybody has really upgraded in y'all division in particular, except for y'all.
We didn't need a lot of upgrading. The only thing that we needed was offensive line.
the only thing, the two
Y'all
things.
cornerbacks.
Oh, and
I was about to say
cornerbacks,
corners and O-line.
DBs, yeah. But our DBs got better. We got more athletic. I mean, that's the only thing you can ask for because nobody.
But you got to think, even when we had our trashiest corners, we were still contenders.
Yeah, and the ones we got now are going to be better than the ones we had last year.
Y'all are going into a hard schedule this year.
That's fine.
We good. We down for the challenge.
We down for the challenge. So let's skip through the playoffs. We'll skip a couple rounds. Let's say, so who do we have in the AFC Championship then?
AFC Championship?
Yeah.
It has to be the Patriots.
The Patriots will be there.
The Patriots.
Oh yeah.
The Patriots will be there. So let's do it like this. I'll go off my list. 1 and 2 get buys. 3 and 6 play each other. 4 and 5 play each other. So I have the Texans beating the Colts, and then the Chargers beating the Browns. So then that means the Patriots will play the Texans, and then the Chiefs will play the Chargers.
Oh, so you want to do it off of what you just said?
Yeah.
Us try to pick a winning out of that.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I'm just doing 1 and 2 get a bye. So that means since I had the Patriots and the Texans, then the Chargers and the Chiefs, then I would pick the Patriots and the Chiefs. I picked the Patriots and the Chiefs to play to go to the Super Bowl.
The Patriots or the Chiefs?
The Patriots versus the Chiefs. That's what I think it'll end up being.
I can see that because
you have the Browns as your number 2 team, so it's like so to you, y'all going to the AFC Championship?
It to me to be quite honest, because we're young. So now I have to take off my biasness.
Okay, take it off.
When this postseason comes
into you're taking it off
into perspective, because I like the Chargers. I think that the Chargers, what was how you said the numbers again?
So you have 1 and 2 get a bye.
In the second round, who will play who?
The 3. Well, it depends on who's the lowest seed that wins. The lowest seed that wins plays the 1, and then the second lowest seed plays the 2. So if you have Patriots and Browns.
So in the second round, because I got the Browns number 2, and my number 5 team would be the Steelers. That means that I would have to play with my division, the Steelers. I would pick us to beat the Steelers.
But that's if the Steelers won their first round game. So who you had for 4?
The Colts.
So out of the Colts and the Steelers, you picking the Steelers?
I would pick the Colts.
Okay, and then out of the Chargers and who you had for number 6?
Chiefs.
The Chargers and the Chiefs, who you pick out of that?
The Chargers.
So the Chargers would then play number 2. The Chargers would play the Browns, and then the Colts would play the Patriots.
Oh, then I see it being
so it's
Patriots and maybe the Chargers. Then
I just cannot believe in them. I think they're going to be a good regular season team. I just need them to click. I just need to see it click in the playoffs.
I do not like the Patriots, and I hate to say that like that, but
I love excellence, man. I love to see it operating.
Tom Brady is so good, and you can't never really doubt him because he always come through.
You can't doubt it. You can't doubt him, man. It's hard. It's hard to bet against not just Brady, Belichick too.
Yeah.
There's one as long as they got that tandem.
This just to throw this out there before we close. Is it Brady or is it Belichick?
I think it's both. I think you can't have one without the other.
I asked this question. Oh, go ahead.
I lean a little bit more toward Belichick.
I do also
because
Garoppolo.
That too.
And
no.
Go ahead. What's your boy name? When Tom was out and they went 11-5 without him.
he didn't he come to the no? Did
What
he
is
come
his
to the
name?
Texans?
Was it Nick Foles?
No.
It's like his name sound like that.
Came to the Texans, right?
No, I don't think.
I know what you're talking about. The 1 year. I know you're talking about the 1 year Brady was hurt. But let me ask y'all this.
That's the same thing like Nick Foles.
How many rings?
It's similar.
How many rings Jimmy Garoppolo got?
Hold on.
Because I mean, y'all threw that out as a point of evidence. So how many rings did Garoppolo
first of all,
got?
Garoppolo, he only played. That was his rookie-ish.
Well, we're not
year.
trying
So your answer is zero.
Zero.
Okay. Wait. What is your answer? Wait. I'm just asking. We're just throwing out testing the temperature.
We're just talking about Belichick and what he's able to do with people who you don't have to be a star. You don't have to be nothing. He
how
can
many?
use that because of
Hold on, because you got to think about it like this: when Brady had the greatest wide receiver ever, they didn't win a Super Bowl. I don't understand why they didn't.
Who was the coach though?
Belichick.
Okay, so if you stain it on Brady, you got to stain it on Belichick.
No, I get, but you got to think about it like this: the scheme is one thing. Your play on the field in that scheme is because you.
Exactly.
For instance,
so how many touchdown passes has Bill Belichick thrown?
No, but his system.
it's my system. If you succeed in my system, I am the success, not you. You know, and I say that because most of the people who are great on the Patriots team are who is that? Who?
Right.
What? Huh? So
Except for Randy Moss.
Except for Randy Moss.
Yeah.
So Belichick is really just pulling up in front of the Home Depot.
Let me
just
be,
like hey.
So let me be clear in what y'all.
I'm asking
saying.
a question.
Are we saying that if Tom Brady was on another team, he wouldn't be good?
No, he would.
He would be good. I don't think he would be 6-time Super Bowl champion.
Correct.
Because again, look at Aaron Rodgers. Far better skill. He has what, one?
Far better skills of reach.
It's a reach.
No.
Far better skills of reach.
I don't get on Aaron Rodgers. I don't get on Aaron Rodgers like most people say, but that's what I'm saying. But you see, now if you were to give Belichick Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers would be the 6-time or 7-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. So that would mean it's Belichick.
Not necessarily, because I think because their talent is comparable. That's why you can say that. But I don't think you can say give Tyrod Taylor Bill Belichick and he'll be a 6-time MVP. 6-time.
But
champion.
you got to think. Only going by what we have. Every quarterback that plays for Bill Belichick is successful. Every last one of them.
No, not necessarily, because wasn't he the coach of the Cleveland Browns at one point?
Yeah, but he wasn't the head coach. He was a positional coach.
Yeah, so
what position did he coach?
It don't matter.
No, and the Browns were just stained. That was
okay. I'm just saying.
Okay, we're not bringing that up.
But that's not fair. That's not fair to say every quarterback he had when 99% of his quarterbacks was Tom Brady.
No. What I'm saying is, granted, if you got the good thing, you're gonna stick with. But when he was gone, the Patriots didn't lose a step. That's what I'm saying.
They did because they didn't win a ring.
Hold on. They didn't win a ring every time.
Come on, man.
Check this out. Hold on.
It's losing a step.
Eli Manning beat them twice. Do we really think that the Giants are better than the Patriots?
So did Jimmy G?
Answer that question.
Hold on. No. They beat them 2 years in no.
No, it wasn't 2 years in a row.
1 year and then back. Do you really think that the Giants better than the Patriots?
They were that year.
Hold on, they were that. They did something better.
They had
a good.
Wait. They had the better game plan to win.
Hold on, the better. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Football is that one sport. The best team don't always win. You just do something better at this
that day.
Moment
it's any given Sunday.
So that's what I'm saying. So we could say all that. Rings count when you're trying to say who the greatest. But in the scheme of things, Eli got 2 on Tom Brady, and that sound like, man, you got 2 on Tom Brady.
It do.
But nobody look at it like that. Nobody like, well, you know what?
But you got to, though. He beat Tom Brady twice. Which I really don't like the quarterback-to-quarterback comparison because they're not playing against each other
at the same time.
But the Giants beat the Patriots.
Yeah,
twice.
but nobody is never gonna be recorded outside of like a Giants fan to say, man, 2 years.
They gonna talk about the helmet catch. They gonna talk about how they was almost undefeated and the Giants came in there. They almost beat them in the regular season, and they came back to
Eli
the Super Bowl.
is not going to be in the talk of Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not. He's not.
Hold on, but yet that's what I'm saying. So that's kind of like.
But then that kind of so since we saying it like that, do we say if Eli Manning was with Bill Belichick, is he a 6-time Super Bowl champion?
Hold on. I think he would have more than 2. I don't know if he'll have 6, but he'll have more than what he have now.
Okay, so
he'll be making.
I think he would be more successful. Yes.
Yeah. So do you think that if Tom Brady wasn't with Bill Belichick, he wouldn't have more than 2?
I don't think so.
Depending on the team, none of that matters. It's just as long as it's Tom Brady without Bill Belichick.
I don't think. Hold on, because I would say I don't think in the Belichick era he would, because that means he would have to go against whoever Belichick has.
I want to see what are you guys gonna say to this? So if Tom Brady was the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints with Sean McVay,
Sean Payton.
Not Sean Payton. Do you think that they wouldn't win rings?
What I'm saying is,
but not 6.
You don't think they would win 6?
No, I'm saying that. I'm only saying that because you're gonna have to go against whoever Bill Belichick has.
Say you got Aaron Rodgers you got Aaron Rodgers with Bill Belichick, and they with the Patriots.
But we're basing that on Bill Belichick's success with Tom Brady.
No.
So it's hard to,
this is what I'm saying. I'm only saying that because in the 2 times that anybody has stepped in outside of Tom Brady,
it still was good.
They were still good,
but they didn't win.
Hold on,
anything.
You're talking about the championship, but they still were.
Hold on, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. Tom Brady didn't win every Super Bowl he went to, so of course even Tom Brady can lose. So that's what I'm saying.
Season.
But you're still successful. They have been successful. When Garoppolo played his couple games, undefeated till he got hurt. When I still can't remember a whole buddy name.
I guess our difference
11-5.
Our difference is in what do we consider successful. Like some people would say, "Oh, people said Chris Paul and James Harden wasn't gonna work." It didn't work. If we didn't win, it did not work. So I don't consider it to be successful if you don't win. Even with the Texans, even though we had a good year last year, if you didn't win, that's what the prize is. The goal is to win it all.
That's true.
If you don't win, it doesn't matter. Now, if you could point
Castle.
to me evidence, Matt Castle, yeah. If you could point to me evidence to where another quarterback won a championship with with Bill Belichick.
No, granted, like I say, hold on. He would have with Garoppolo, but your boy Tom Brady stepped in and was like, "Get that boy out of here."
Yeah, you ain't finna get a shine over here.
We'll continue this conversation on the next episode.
All right, we about to go and close it out again. This your boy Gabe. We got
this your brother Tony Spivey
and your boy Jamal Diamond.
This was the Bump Your Gums podcast. I hope you stay tuned. We're gonna be coming back at you real soon, and we out.